Hey guys, welcome back. I start writing these videos Monday morning, so I'm not really sure how this week will go. I'm up by 30 points, but my opponent is starting Joe Mixon, so there's still a chance of me losing. I'm losing by 100 in my That's Good Sports Fantasy League, and yeah, there's no way I'm winning that matchup. I want to talk about teams I really don't like. Hate is a very strong word and would require some actual effort on my part. And I refuse to put any actual effort into these franchises, so I'm left with just disliking them. First, we're going to go to the NFC East 4. You knew this was coming, the Philadelphia Eagles. Just as toxic of a fan base as you can get. I will say congratulations on winning a Super Bowl with Big Dick Nick Foles. That was just really fun, and was actually against another team on this list. The New England Patriots. Good God, was there anything worse than that Brady Belichick era? Like the idea of football seeming like just a fun game was utterly lost on them. There are reports that playing for the New England Patriots during their quote-unquote dynasty was a nightmare. Hell, Robert Kraft enabled it. We're just all supposed to pretend he didn't know exactly what was going on with Aaron Hernandez. Oh, that's what we're doing? Word. Moving on to another AFC East team, the New York Jets. First of all, I have to say it must be hard to be a Jets fan. I mean, the only Super Bowl victory they have is from the 1960s. That was an era where players would smoke cigarettes on the sidelines, so let's not pretend Broadway Joe would even have a chance of success in the modern NFL. Then there's the whole but fumble thing.
I've never seen this before in my life. Watch this. Vince Wilfork is going to throw Brandon Moore back into his quarterback. He's going to fumble the football. This is what Reggie White used to do to people, forklift them and just lift them off the ground. Mark Sanchez not expecting it, and it was the backside of Brandon Moore that knocked the ball out.
No matter how good of a sportscaster Mark Sanchez is, he will always be known for this. And then the franchise did the most New York Jets move of all time and just let Aaron Rodgers come in and do whatever he wants? Even if that means firing your head coach who actually had the team on track. Good job, Aaron. And congratulations on more mediocrity, Gang Green. I lost in fantasy, by the way. In both leagues, so it wasn't a great week for me fantasy-wise. I won by 0.3 in one week and lost by almost 100 in another. Fantasy football and the 2024 NFL season can really only be described as shit-goose lunacy, which I've been saying since September. We're just gonna move on to the league as a whole now. I feel like that's as good of a segue as any. Thursday night was an NFC East matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. I strongly dislike both teams, and I dislike Philly even more, so I was never going to be happy with the final score. I mean, Philly won the game, but somebody had to, right? The only thing I'll say about that game is I was playing against Saquon Barkley. And Saquon would always get more points, but Saquon always has a big run, gets tackled at the 1-yard line only for Jalen Hurts to end up scoring the touchdown with the tush push. I was literally playing against Joe Mixon and Saquon Barkley. The chances of me winning were very low going into the matchup. So yeah, there's really not much to say about fantasy. Okay, we can move on to Sunday now. Before that, I really like football, but I find college athletics very scummy. Specifically with revenue-generating sports. I've already said universities should be more focused on academics than athletics. I'm not saying there isn't a place for college sports. I just don't think South Park should easily be able to make this joke.
Are you referring to our student athletes?
Student athletes! Oh, that is brilliant, sir. Now, when we sell their likeness for video games, how do we get around paying for our slaves, student athletes then?
I guess the name, image, and likeness deals make it a little better. But they're still generating revenue and not being paid.
That just sounds like slavery with extra steps.
But I'm forced to pay attention to college football because of the dynasty implications.
Because of the implication.
Okay, Sunday for real now. The Lions played the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it looked like that episode of South Park where the Red Wings just demolished a Pee Wee hockey team. To say the Jaguars got slaughtered would be an understatement.
Yeah, that's what happens, man.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that's what happens.
The defense put the clamps down on that Jags offense, and they literally didn't score a single touchdown.
The clamps!
Jared Goff had them buffs per usual, and the Lions offense casually put up 50+ again. They once again did their best Oprah impression.
Taking the call off of that. Montgomery there. The call, 2nd and goal. Touchdown. Touchdown run number 9. 2nd and goal with Gibbs. Bumped into right. Bounces. Touchdown. And Goff against the blitz, one of the best in the NFL. Here he is, 3rd and 7, crumbling pocket. It's St. Brown for 6.
And I heard this take from Nick Wright.
I don't think you can be the best team in the league when you have a civilian at quarterback. Come on. Jared Goff is great when he's protected, but has a game like last week in him. He has it in him. And when you're going to be, and the whole NFC, by the way, might have civilians at quarterbacks if Stafford doesn't get back to old Stafford. All the superheroes play in the AFC. You saw 2 of them play last night. I think you saw 2 of them play in the afternoon. Lamar, you know what I mean? 29 out of 30 times is that guy. Those guys. I can't say this team with Jared Goff at quarterback is better than the Chiefs or the Bills. I can't. I won't. And so I think they're the best team in their conference right now. I think they're a good bet to make the Super Bowl. And they don't have to beat any of those superheroes at quarterbacks in the playoffs. But no, in the modern NFL, I think it's very, very difficult to win 3 straight playoff games with a guy, even if he's a good guy, at quarterback. And that's what I feel they have.
Now, I don't want to accuse the guy of being brain damaged, but I would say I'm kind of an expert on brain damage and would think being that fucking stupid is a dead giveaway.
Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway.
Charles, thank you very much.
Dead giveaway.
Thank you.
There were obviously other games. The Steelers played the Ravens, and some would have called it a boring game considering the Steelers won but didn't score a single touchdown. They played really smash mouth though, and that's why they came away with a dub.
Hey now.
The Bills played against the Chiefs and handed them their first loss of the season.
Mahomes retreats to the 25, steps up, desperation time, and it's intercepted! The Bills are going to hand the Chiefs loss number 1.
That was rather satisfying, I must say. On Sunday night, the Cincinnati Bengals played against the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers had the lead, and it seemed like they were trying to charger it away. It's pretty sad that your team name has become a verb for choking away wins. Don't know if Jim Harbaugh is the solution there, but I guess only time will tell.
Looks like you're going to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo.
I already briefly mentioned that Monday night game earlier. Joe Mixon was really the only fantasy-relevant player on that team. C.J. Stroud absolutely torched the Cowboys, but his stats don't really reflect that. I don't have anything else to say, and that Dallas-Houston matchup was Monday night. So I guess go to my website. DisabledDanny.com. Are we calling the Dan fam a cult or a team? Still unclear? Subscribe to become a Dan fan anyway. Please be gentle while doing the thing, but hey, I'm not your boss.
Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on Friday. Peace out.